Hi everyone, it is the Monday the 20th of April today, and here is a video for your maths lesson today. So our learning objective is to order and compare numbers. So before we get started with any numbers at all, we're going to start off just by looking at some pieces of vocabulary. So some pieces of vocabulary that are really important for today's learning is the word ascending, the word descending, and the word comparison. Okay, so the word ascending means to move upwards. So therefore, when we need to order numbers in ascending order, we're putting them from smallest to largest. Okay, then the word descending. So if we're descending something, it means we are moving down something or getting smaller. So therefore, we would need to order the numbers from largest to smallest. And then our last piece of vocabulary is the word comparison. So when we're comparing numbers, we have to use three very special symbols. So we might have this one here. So this is showing us that we've got one small part on the left, and then we've got the same shape this side, but we can fit more in. So therefore this is the less than symbol. We've also got the equal sign, which means that on both sides we can fit the same thing. So therefore this part is equal to this part. And our final comparison symbol is this symbol here, which is where we can put the larger number of squares in compared to a smaller part. So therefore this is the greater than symbol. Okay, so all of these pieces of vocabulary and little diagrams are going to be really important for today's learning. So we're going to move on to looking at how we order some numbers now. So if I just grab my number cards, I have got here just some random numbers that I wrote down. So I've got 5 different ones here. I'm just going to quickly go through and quickly read what the numbers are. So this one here, 6,832, 3,862, 2,368, 2,386, and 3,826. Okay, so I'm going to order these numbers, going back to our vocabulary, I'm going to order them in ascending order, from smallest to largest. So when I'm looking at my numbers, I want to be looking at the largest part of the number, because that will tell me whichever's got the smallest amount should be the smallest number. So here I can see this one's got 6,000, this one's got 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, and 3,000. So I'm looking at these numbers going, okay, so 2,000 is going to be the smallest number of thousands. So how do I decide which of these numbers comes first? So if they've got the same number of thousands, I'm going to need to look into the next place value column. They both have 300s. Okay, so I'm then going to have to look into the next column again. So I can see that this number here only has 6 tens, whereas this number here has 8 tens. So therefore this number must be smaller than this number. So if I'm ordering them in ascending order, I'm starting with the smallest, and I'm going to go all the way down until I get to the largest number. Okay, so because none of the others have 2000s, this must be my next number, and then I'm left with 3 numbers left. Okay, so now this has 6,000, this has 3,000, this has 3,000. Oh, I'm going to have to use my strategy again, because both of these numbers have 3,000s. Okay, I'm going to look at the next place value column, which is the hundreds. Oh, they both have 800s. And then I'm going to look at the next place value column again, which is the tens. I can see that this one has 2 tens, and this one has 6 tens. So because I'm putting my numbers in ascending order, I need to start with the smallest one, so I can see that this one would come next in my order, and then this one, and I can see here that this number has the largest number of thousands, so therefore it must be my largest number. So there we have it. So I have now put my numbers in ascending order from smallest to largest. Okay, we're now going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to deal with some decimal numbers this time. So on the back of my cards, I've got some decimal numbers that I'm just going to flip over. Okay, so I'm just going to, like I did before, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to just quickly read them so I know which numbers are which. So I've got 23.77, 25.6, 25.06, 15.60 and 291.7. Okay, this time I'm going to put my numbers in descending order. So descending, as we can see, means largest to smallest. Okay, so I'm looking for my largest number out of my set of number cards here. So I could start with definitely looking at the whole number part of these decimal numbers. So I can see that this number here has got the largest whole numbers because it has 291. So that must be my largest number. Okay, so I didn't even have to look at the decimal part of that number. So now looking at what I've got left, I've got 23, I've got 25, 25 and 15. So I know the largest whole number there is 25, but I've got two 25 point somethings. So I'm going to look here. So this is my tenths column, and then my hundredths column. Same over here, tenths column, and then there would be 0 hundredths. So I'm going from largest to smallest, so I'm looking for the larger one out of my two numbers. So here, this one only has 0 tenths, where this one has 6 tenths. So therefore this must be my larger one, so that's going to come next in my list. And then straight away after, I'm going to have that one. So I've got two numbers left. I've got 23.77 and 15.60. So I'm looking at this one. This one has 23 as the whole part of the number, and this one has 15 as the whole part of the number. So I know that 23 is larger than 15, so therefore that one must come next, and my smallest number is 15.60. And there we have it. We have got our numbers in descending order from largest to smallest. Okay, just to quickly finish off, I'm just going to go over the comparison symbols once more with some numbers. So let's grab this back. So here we've got this symbol here, means less than, because what's on the left side is smaller than what's on the right. We have our equal sign, which means what numbers are equal. And then we have the greater than symbol, which means the thing on the left is greater than that on the right. Okay, so using my decimal cards, I'll just quickly grab them out. So I have got two numbers here, two decimal numbers. I have got 23.77 and 15.60. So, and I've got my three comparison symbols just here. So I've got my equal sign, my greater than symbol, and my less than symbol. So I now need to decide which symbol I would use to compare these two numbers. So I can see that again, 23 is larger than 15. So that must mean my number on the left is larger than my number on the right. So going back to my vocabulary, so when a number is greater on the left than it is on the right, therefore I'm going to need the greater than symbol, which is this one. So therefore I can read it like a number sentence. 23.77 is greater than 15.60. Okay, so that's it from me today, guys. So this is our maths lesson to order and compare numbers, and now you need to work through your 1-star, 2-star or 3-star activity, and I hope to see some of your learning later on today. Thanks guys, speak to you soon, bye.